everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So today we have an exciting video. We're going to be making Zuppa Toscana. Now this is my family's favorite soup. The kids love it, my husband loves it, I love it. As we're rolling around into the fall season, it's going to get a little chilly, and soup is perfect comfort food to warm the belly and fill you up. So if you are interested in making Zuppa Toscana or seeing how it's done, stay with me and we'll get started. So here is the lineup for as far as ingredients. So we have our bacon, about 4 strips cut up. We have 1 white onion. We have 2 russet potatoes. If you don't have russet, you can use golden potatoes. I've used those as well, and the golden potatoes seem, for me, in my opinion, just to hold the flavor just a little bit better than the russet potatoes, but russet potatoes is what I had on hand. You need 5 chicken bouillon cubes. You need 2 garlic cloves, and you'll go ahead and mince those really fine. You have some kale, you have Italian sausage. We get mild. If you don't want to use pork, that's fine. I've also done this recipe using ground turkey. What I do is I just kind of season it as if it were Italian sausage. So I use red pepper flakes, fennel, salt, pepper. What else do I use? Garlic powder, paprika, I think, and a few other things. But so if you don't want to use pork, don't fret. You can still make this dish and it'll be really tasty still. Then we have 1 cup of heavy whipping cream. We have some red pepper flakes here. And that is what you'll need. The other ingredient is water. You'll need about 10 cups of water. But yes, this is all you'll need to make a tasty Zuppa Toscana. So we're gonna start off by turning the stove on medium, and we're going to add the ground Italian sausage into the pan or the pot. I'm taking a little spatula and I'm just breaking apart the meat so that it's in nice small pieces. After that, I'm going to add the crushed red peppers. Now, in our household, we love spice. So don't be afraid about the amount I'm adding. You can always do less to fit the taste of your family, but we like spice around here, the kids as well, so I'm adding quite a bit. So after we let that meat brown and cook all the way through, we're going to drain it. And make sure most of those juices are out of there, because it kind of affects the color of the soup if there's too much of the sausage fat and juice still remaining. So I'm transferring it to another bowl. And I'm gonna go ahead and stick that in the refrigerator until later. So I'm adding the chopped onions to the pot. And we're going to make sure that those cook down and get nice and soft. Then I'm going to add the cloves of garlic. I have this cool little mincer. When I found this, you guys, I was so excited. You don't know how long it took me to mince garlic beforehand, and it's so efficient. I love it. So once that garlic is in there, we're gonna let that cook. And as you know, it smells amazing. And I don't know where the clip is of me adding the bacon, but I do add the bacon at that point and let it cook down and get nice and cooked and crispy. And once that happens, I'm now adding the water. And like I mentioned before, you're going to need 10 cups of water, and here I'm adding the bouillon cubes. I like to add half the water and then add in the bouillon cubes before I add the other half of water. I don't know if this makes a difference, but that's just what I do. And you saw me turn up the stove a little. We do want this to come to a boil, so I'm turning it a little, about medium high at this point. So I'm stirring that together, making sure the bouillon cubes get broken down so they can dissolve great. And while you're waiting for that to boil, dance break. He was whining, so I had to show him a little bit of attention. So once your mixture starts to boil, now we are going to add in our potatoes. Once those potatoes are all in there, we're going to need to cook it at a boil for about 15-20 minutes, depending on how big you've sliced your potatoes. And once those potatoes are cooked through and are breaking apart, we're gonna go ahead and add in the heavy whipping cream. So once that heavy whipping cream is all mixed in there, we're gonna go ahead and get our meat out of the refrigerator and add it into the pot. So once that meat is added in and it's had a chance to warm up, we're gonna turn down the heat. And I'm taking the kale that has been washed, and I'm taking it off of the stem and just breaking it into smaller pieces into the soup. I like to add quite a bit of kale. I love kale, my family loves kale. So I'm adding quite a bit. If you don't like kale so much, you don't have to add as much. It's completely up to you. So at this point, I'm turning off the heat because the heat from the soup is gonna cook down that kale. And I add a bit more. I told you I love kale. So I'm just going to mix that in. And we are about done, you guys. The soup is ready to serve. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it in a bowl. Oh, it's so hearty. I love it hearty. I love the big chunks of potato. I love the kale in there. It's so good. Now you can just go ahead and sprinkle on some Parmesan. The amount is up to you. Don't stop until you've had enough. And now we've come to my favorite part, which is the tasting. So let's dig right in. It's really good. It's quick, it's easy, it's great for the coming fall season. Thanks for watching, you guys, and if you try this soup, let me know. Leave any questions or comments down below. If you have any questions or if you have any suggestions, let me know. Thank you for cooking with me in the kitchen, and we'll see you guys next time.
Baby, you have 1 minute and 30 seconds, literally. Go ahead.
Oh, to start?
Go.
Hi, and welcome back to my channel. And now we're at my favorite part, the tasting portion. And now we're at my favorite part, the taste testing. And this little one is going to join me because he won't let me do anything without him. He loves me so much, huh? You ready to taste? All right, let's do it. Trying to get a good scoop there with all the fixings on there. It's so good, you guys. It's nice and someone else is trying to get a taste. And now we've come to my favorite part, which is the tasting. So we're just gonna dig right in here.
Do it.
Good job, man. High five. I'll keep it so I can put it away, okay? Good job, man.